it's that time again. So now I am going to do Starbucks. Starbucks is one of those companies that you see on the rise. They're opening new locations all over the world all the time. They're also a company that strongly promotes within. So sometimes it's really hard to get in on a manager level, and sometimes you may just have to move up. It's a great part-time job for students, for parents, for people at home. It's just overall just a good part-time job. Great stock options, great health benefits. Also, it's fairly easy. It's one of those jobs which kind of scares you. You know, you're like, wow, I'm making drinks for people. I don't know how to make drinks. Well, it's okay. Um, the training may not be the best. That's one thing I can admit. I was a manager for Starbucks for a couple of years, and the training isn't the best, especially for new people. But you will get it over time, and it's also one of my favorite companies. So, we are on the Starbucks website. Just like every website you go to for every retailer, the careers will be located at the bottom page. So, retail careers, let's check that out. A cool little video why you want to be a partner. A partner is basically what the specialists, what the team members are called with Starbucks. These are the different positions: baristas, shift managers, shift supervisors, assistant store managers, district managers, store managers. Baristas tend to start depending on your location, anywhere from eight 8.50 to $10 an hour, depending on your location. Supervisors, some areas $1 more, some areas $2 more. Assistant managers, some areas 40,000. Store managers 50, 60 plus. District managers 60, 70. Shift managers, that's the kind of a position I'm not quite familiar with, so I'm not gonna really uh, talk about that one. But what we're gonna do is let's figure out. Let's get started here. We're gonna go in for the basic barista. Barista are the ones that makes the drinks, the ones that you see handing you your strawberries and cream frappuccino, your caramel macchiato, your pumpkin spice latte. That's the guy or the gal in the green apron. So this is the job description, letting you know that you're making quality drinks, basic qualifications. You really don't need to have anything to work this job. They don't really require much of you. You just need to show up, basically. It's very hard to lose your job in Starbucks. It's just simply because it's one of those high tolerable companies. Like they will coach you. If you do mess up, they will help you. They will not punish you, and that's one of my favorite things about the company. So let's see. What we're gonna do is Edgewater. Where are we? Here we go. So you basically here you put in your state, your zip code, your city, and they find openings around you. So the cool thing about the Starbucks application, which I love, because applying for other jobs, it can be really annoying when you have to apply for the same company, but every application is a different location. That is my biggest pet peeve. So cool thing about Starbucks is that you can select as many locations and up to I believe 6 positions of one additional position. So let's apply for everything. So we're gonna start the application. We are creating an account because we do not have one. So Turner, I should know. Here's where you fill out your first and last name. Please have your own email address because Starbucks like to communicate through email sometimes. This is our username. Let's call us time to get to work. Not now for password. Alright, so pre-application disclosures. Just letting you know that Starbucks is a equal opportunity employer. Um, I believe they do background checks just like most retailers. So all the stuff here you see on the side, let's see if we can zoom in. This is the stuff we have to go through: the personal information, the college achievement plan, miscellaneous state script, and you can read the rest. So I'm gonna go as far as I can without having to put in real information. I believe it will let me go all the way through. Some jobs will not. So we're just going to go ahead and put in our address and go ahead and fill this things out. Some parts I will skip just because it takes so much time, such as filling in jobs. So I will skip all the resume portions, the past job history, just for the sake of time. This time we're gonna live in Detroit. So we're gonna put a number. Social security number 123. Almost forgot it. How did you hear about this job? You can be anything you want to. Let's just walked in to apply. Starbucks. Another thing about Starbucks is that it's always hiring. So that's another great thing about the company. It is always hiring. So if you do need a job, just like UPS, it's a very fast-paced job, very quick pace. Um, a couple of days of training, and you're already on the floor. This job, you get paid bi-weekly. UPS, you get paid weekly. Target is bi-weekly. Most retail jobs is bi-weekly. So right now we're just waiting for Kronos to load. Kronos is the HR, um, pretty much the application company that a lot of retailers use, as well as Taleo. So most time you apply for jobs, there are different styles of applications you tend to run into. Normally from these two companies, sometimes I believe ADP is one. Just different ways of applying, and they have different. We're still waiting for this to load. So, in the meantime, let's look at the Starbucks family. So, Starbucks recently purchased Tivana. Tivana's a terrific company to work for. You basically get all the same Starbucks perks without actually doing the Starbucks work, which is one of my favorite things. You don't really have to make drinks for people. Some locations you do. That's something they're starting to push. It's making drinks for people. But the thing about Tivana, you get the discount, the 30% discount, as well as your Tivana discount. Starbucks sets a discount, 30%, sometimes 40 during the holidays. So, was it? No, that's not the reason. But if it is, go ahead and fill out. Go ahead and say yes. All right. No additional questions are required. Click continue. Now you may have questions regarding the college achievement plan. So if that's something you're interested in, um, go ahead and fill that out. Starbucks has a great school program. I believe now they are partnered with Seattle U, I believe, and to help you get a free degree. Really, I don't know too much of the details about that because that is a newer program. So we are going to agree. Jimmy Turner. And for some reason, I do not remember if I ever put a birth date, so we're just going to keep things simple that way. So, what we just agreed to is the background check. The background check, the credit check. So, if you do have a history, a background, any type of criminal past, or you're running from the law, I wouldn't suggest filling out for these type of jobs because you will be immediately red flagged, which means the company will not even see you. So look how far down we are. We're just about at the questions. The questions are the ones that last forever. So you're currently a Starbucks partner. No, I'm not a Starbucks partner. Can you provide legal? Yes, we can. We can do that. Yes. So you just go through the questions and go ahead and you can put the same answers I put at this part. Basically, you just want to be the best person possible. Everything that sounds annoying, you want to do. Are you interested in a job that involves maintaining clean store cleanliness, including cleaning counters, floors, and bathrooms? Yes. The thing about cleaning bathrooms is that the bathrooms do get really, really nasty. You have tons of people, especially in the East Coast. We have many different types of people, many different diseases. Many times you see blood all over the bathroom. If you are applying to a slower store, a slow-paced store, I would say go for the slowest store that's closest to you, if that makes sense. Scout out your stores before you apply. Like, look at the list of Starbucks in your location, in your area, and visit each one at times, like at the most busiest times, such as early mornings around 6, 7, probably 7, 8 o'clock, their rush hour, around 5 or 6, around that time, and sometimes around lunchtime. Check to see their busiest hours, or just ask them what are their busiest hours. I would say go to that Starbucks and introduce yourself because most likely you could just get in the good word with the store manager and they can hire you. They have no problem with meeting people that's interested in working there because Starbucks need people. So yeah, yes we do. We have all the experience we have. We you possibly can need. Yes. And actually, Starbucks has recently changed their tattoo policy. Before you could not display any, and now they allow you to display tattoos. That's not, you know, harmful to anyone. Yes. All right. So the questions may look like the questions I just completed were for a shift supervisor. Right now, we're doing the questions for a barista. So you have to be 16 to work at Starbucks for a barista. Um, 18 for a shift supervisor because you're dealing with money. So if you were to steal money, they could basically charge you with a crime to the fullest extent of the law. Are you interested in the role? Yes. Yes. Basically, you're just interested in everything. You just do your best. Great. So we passed the questions. When are you able to start? Like I said before, guys, be as eager as possible. Let's do part time. Even though Starbucks is one of those companies that would give you full time hours, but part time and full time Starbucks, you get the same benefits regardless. So it's one of those things where if you're full time, you work 30 hours a week, but it's no different from being 18-hour a week person. Please indicate all availability. Starbucks love open availability. So if you don't have anything to do, go ahead and do um, basically as much as you can. They love weekends. So if you're someone that really want to keep their weekends, retail in general is not for you. Retailers, they want your weekend. They want your life. So we're just gonna say we're available all day. No. Application. Don't have any work history. This is where you add your jobs, of course. Alright, so never been terminated. 3 times. I've been amazing. Is there any company that would not employer that would not rehire you? No. Nope. Alright, so I've attended high school. Dragon Rage High. Or do you have a diploma? Yes. No. If you have went to college or multiple schools, please list those. Are you currently attending? No. I'm just keeping the answers to no because I wouldn't have to fill out as much. Here you will list skills like I have excellent customer service skills. Um, Basically, here you will list that you are punctual, great organizing skills, you're detail oriented, you're a strong leader, great listener, and customer focused. List those things there. I'm not going to type all that, but you list those things there. All right, so we have the participation survey. So this is pretty much questions that you can answer to basically get like a tax break, I believe. On your, you may apply for something just because you have one of these things, like food stamps. If you served in the military, if you're unemployed, you may apply for something. So I would say if you see anything that pertains to you, definitely go for it. All right. All right. So we're just gonna do mail again. Let's do whatever. We are not a veteran. If you are a veteran, please answer the questions as they have them available for you. We do not have a disability. If you do, you can go ahead and state it. Jimmy Turner. And today's date, which is the 9th. Alright, so let's review the application. So here it shows you um, everything you filled out. It also gives you a second chance to change any information, such as your availability. 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. I'm sorry I didn't state that before. It means you have open availability. That means you're available all the time, all week. Work history, I did not list any, but please list your jobs because they look for people with at least job history. If you don't have any job history, your first job, please make up a job. If you say you babysat for someone, or you worked at, I don't know, Dairy Queen, use your friend as a reference. Just build yourself up a work history because you need work history to get jobs. I don't know if you ever applied for jobs being 18, 17, or even in your 20s. First time having to work. You need job history for some reason to get a job, even if they are entry level. So what I did was when I first started was that I made up job history, and now I have a lot of real job history. That's great. And so, and then you can go ahead and submit. Now we're not gonna submit because it's not a real application, but you go ahead and submit yours. Starbucks get to you pretty quickly. They can call you within a few days or within a couple of weeks. I would say if you haven't heard anything back within a week, I would say visit your local Starbucks, see if they're hiring in the first place, meet the store manager, and leave the store manager your resume. Starbucks is a great company to work for. They move pretty fast. A lot of a lot of customer interactions. You get to meet a lot of people, and there's a lot of opportunity to move up. You could be a shift supervisor within a year, or even within a couple of months. It's a great part-time job to assist you with school, home, even just help supplement other income. Alright, well thanks for watching and see you next time.